the adventure of a lifetime. It's been the most exciting, powerful, most challenging thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Taylor Swift closes Eras Tour with Unforgettable Vancouver show. Swifties react to Travis Kelce's absence as he plays SFL. Can you believe it? We've finally come to the end of the Eras Tour, and what an era it's been. But how did Taylor Swift's record-shattering Eras Tour come to an emotional close in Vancouver? And why was Travis Kelce's absence the talk of Swifties everywhere? From the electrifying performances that left fans in tears to Taylor's heartfelt shoutouts, the night was nothing short of iconic. But with Kelce playing under the NFL spotlight instead of cheering from the crowd, fans couldn't help but react. So was the finale the perfect ending, or did Travis's absence steal the spotlight in its own way? Let's dive into the unforgettable night and see what Swifties had to say. But before we dive deeper, let me know in the comments, if you had the chance, would you attend the Eras Tour? And if you already did, what was your most unforgettable moment? I can't wait to hear your stories. Now, let's get into it. First of all, let's take a trip down memory lane for a second. Back in November 2022, Taylor Swift dropped the announcement we'd all been waiting for. She was going on a stadium tour, her first since 2018, and not just any tour. It was the Eras Tour, a celebration of every iconic chapter in her career, past and present. The Swifties went wild, and so did the internet. Ticketmaster completely overwhelmed. It wasn't just a meltdown, it was the meltdown of the decade. Congress even got involved. Ticketmaster called it historically unprecedented demand, but honestly, Swifties were like, challenge accepted. Now, here we are, 149 shows, 5 continents, and almost 2 years later. The Eras Tour didn't just break records, it obliterated them. Attendance records smashed. Local economies boosted like never before. And let's not forget, this is officially the highest grossing concert tour ever. Over $2 billion in ticket sales and more than 10 million fans showing up. And this weekend, Taylor closed it all out with a jaw-dropping finale at Vancouver's BC Place. A show so spectacular, it felt like the perfect ending to a tour that has truly defined a generation. Taylor Swift's magic isn't just about the music. It's her ability to connect, to make every fan feel seen. And Sunday night in Vancouver, she delivered that signature connection in spades. The moment she stepped on stage, flashing her iconic red lipstick grin and greeting the crowd with a casual, "Oh hi." The energy was electric. She dove into the opening notes of Miss Americana and The Heartbreak Prince, and the ever-addictive Cruel Summer, setting the tone for a night packed with emotion. Fan ovations non-stop. Swifties have poured their hearts out at every single show on this tour, but Vancouver took it to another level. At the end of Champagne Problems, Taylor sat behind her moss-covered piano, her bangs clinging to her damp forehead, visibly moved. The applause, it wasn't just loud, it was deafening. It lasted nearly as long as the 4-minute song itself, and there she was, misty-eyed and awestruck, pulling out her ear monitors just to soak in the roar of love. "We will never forget you guys giving us that moment," she said, her voice thick with emotion as she reminded the crowd how much her band and her crew meant to her. The tears came again during other unforgettable moments. The last time she'd slip a black hat onto a lucky fan's head during 22, and the final playful wiggle of her hips in a sparkling skirt during Shake It Off. Every move felt like a goodbye, a bittersweet reminder that this was the end of an extraordinary journey. And then came the finale. Taylor ended the night as she began the tour, surrounded by her dancers and backup performers as Karma wrapped up. She pulled them into an emotional hug, but here's the twist. Instead of disappearing beneath the stage as she usually does, she chose to walk off together with her team. Hand in hand, they exited the stage one last time, leaving behind a memory as dazzling and heartfelt as the tour itself. Travis Kelce couldn't make it to Taylor Swift's grand finale in Vancouver thanks to his NFL commitments. But that didn't stop the 34-year-old pop icon from giving her star Titan boyfriend a special shout-out during the tour. And let's just say Swifties felt his absence. For fans who've gotten used to watching Travis blush every time Taylor belts out "Karma is the guy on the Chiefs," his no-show on such a historic night was a big deal. Naturally, the internet had a lot to say. Swifties flocked to X, formerly Twitter, comparing the situation to none other than High School Musical. One fan wrote, "Travis Kelce playing SNF as Taylor Swift plays her final Eras Tour show, a poetic ending in the HSM parallels." Another joked, "Travis Kelce, you are welcome to my 5,000 American airline miles if it helps you get to the Eras Tour. You've got to love the dedication." But even without Kelce in the crowd, Taylor made sure he was part of the night in spirit. Once again, she tweaked the lyrics to Karma, belting out, "Karma is the guy on the Chiefs, coming straight home to me." A lyric switch that has become a fan favorite since she first dropped it in November 2023 during her Buenos Aires show. Originally, the line was a nod to her ex-boyfriend Joe Alwyn, "Karma is the guy on the screen." But the Kelce version? Instant classic. The crowd erupted into wild screams as they've done every single time she's performed it. And let's not forget, Kelce has been nothing short of a dedicated boyfriend throughout this tour. Since they went public at the end of 2023, the NFL superstar, who just happens to have 3 Super Bowl rings, has racked up quite the tour attendance record. 14 shows, private jets, and international stops in places like Singapore, Australia, and Germany. He even made a surprise appearance on stage during her London concert. Even though Travis Kelce couldn't be at Taylor Swift's final Eras Tour show due to his NFL commitments, he didn't miss the chance to gush about her achievements. On the December 11th episode of New Heights, the Kansas City Chiefs tight end gave Taylor and the whole Eras Tour crew their well-deserved flowers. "Shout out to everybody that was a part of that show," he said. "Obviously, it's her music, her tour, and everything, but there was a full production, man. That thing was the best tour in the world because of a lot of people, but mostly because of Taylor." How sweet is that? While hyping up his superstar girlfriend, Kelce also gave a heartfelt nod to the cast and crew who brought the tour's magic to life. And it seems the Eras Tour has turned into a bit of a Kelce family affair too. Travis's brother Jason, his wife Kylie, and their 3 daughters have all been spotted at shows, soaking in the spectacle and adjusting to the family's newfound fame. During her second-to-last show on December 7th, Taylor Swift had a heartfelt moment that left fans buzzing. Reflecting on the epic journey of the Eras Tour, she called it the most fun, joyful, exciting, intense, powerful, and wonderful tour of her career. And let's be honest, coming from Taylor, that says a lot. She didn't hold back her gratitude either, telling the crowd, "You guys have made it such a wonderful experience for all of us on stage." But she wasn't done there. She added, "This is my longest tour ever, and there's a reason for that. I've never wanted a tour to end as much as this one because you guys have made it so special." Talk about a love letter to her fans. As for Taylor, there were plenty of tears during her final performance, but let's be honest, she's not exactly the type to bow out and vanish for years like Adele. Yes, she's earned a break after nearly 2 years of nonstop touring, and as she reminded fans, 3 years if you count all the prep and rehearsals. A little downtime with her NFL star boyfriend sounds well-deserved. But here's the thing about Taylor. She's unstoppable. She's too ambitious, too driven, and too in love with her craft to stay away for long. During Sunday's show, she told the crowd, "You have created such a space for joy and togetherness and love." That's classic Taylor, pouring her heart out to the fans who adore her as much as she adores performing for them. So while the marathon of the Eras Tour has officially ended, you can feel it in the air. Taylor's already eyeing her next starting line, and honestly, we're just as ready as she is. By the way, did you get to attend one of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour shows? What was your favorite moment, and how did it feel to be a part of such a historic event? And if you didn't, would you jump at the chance if she announced another tour? Let us know. We'd love to hear your stories.